is now going away. $12.8. So this is number one. Well, that went great. I just recorded nothing at all. Anyway guys, let's redo this. What's up guys? Good morning and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Eddie. All right, it's recording. Today I have an exciting video for you guys. Finally, we got the Kinetix Velocity Intake Manifold in. Yes, after like a month of waiting, it finally came in. Honestly, at first I didn't know that they actually take a month to make, but hey, we're finally here. Yes, look at that beauty. So we have the gaskets over here on both sides. We don't gotta worry about that. Comes with some nice instructions. But the major thing is always make sure that all these parts here before you begin is in your package. So what we're gonna be doing is, check it out. Our beautiful plenum that we spray painted over here is now going away. Yes, it is time to go. Cause let me tell you, the one thing I hate about this motor is the intake manifold. The way it flows, just the way it was designed in general. And yes, I know people are gonna be like, oh, but Nissan knows their thing. There's a lot of R&D. But at the end of the day, that's what performance parts are all about, is making the car that much better. So yes, intake manifolds make a huge difference, and quite honestly, this is one thing that I think the DE is missing. And not for nothing, every time you work on the car, you always gotta remove like 20 bolts to take the intake manifold off and put it on. You gotta do it in sequence. Yeah, it's way too much. So you know what? I was like, let me just get it out the way, because down the line, it'll be helpful when I go turbo. It's rated up to 30 PSI. So we're good to go on that end. But guys, today we're gonna be doing a little modding. We're gonna be taking care of this baby and putting her on. It's gonna be a little how-to video, of course, you know how I do. And yeah, we're gonna take care of business. It's a pretty cool design. So they also sloped it in, that way the first two intake runners can actually get some air. So I just took it out right now. Let's just go over what I'm talking about, that way you guys can see it and compare. All right guys, so straight up from the top view, as you can see how it slopes down into the first two runners. It's thick over here, more wider, and then it slopes down. That's just one of the new modifications. And not for nothing, the welds look spot on. That's a plus. Oh, and by the way guys, check it out. We got a new differential over here. Well, it ain't new, but you know, it's good to go. Yeah, we got a 3.7 gear ratio matched with the VLSD. I picked it up for what, 125? Yes, so I'm getting a 3.7 gear ratio with the LSD for 125. Doesn't require me to do my entire rear end, do the backlash by putting in new gears. But guys, without further ado, let's start getting this intake off and we can put in our new baby. All right guys, so first order of business, we're gonna go ahead and just disconnect the battery. So as you saw in the beginning, this was already removed. I honestly just put it there for the video, a little montage, but also for some Instagram pictures, that way we can see the before and after. So all you gotta do is remove 4 little bolts. If you have a stock one, I mean, if you're coming from a plenum, most likely you already know the deal. But if not, and you just jump in straight to this because you really want it like I do, then just go ahead and take that off, boom, and now she's all exposed. Let's put that back. So the first order of business, we're gonna go ahead and just take off this intake tube right here, and then we'll work our way to the throttle body, disconnecting it, and then we'll go ahead and take this off in sequence. You know, that way in case somebody else buys my little spacer over here, you know, they're not getting a bad product. So at the end of the day, let's do the right thing. Let's just take it off in sequence, like if we were gonna reuse it, and yeah, do some good, you know? All right, so I was just gonna change the angle for you guys, but I just wanted to say that if you have the sway bar for the front, just go ahead, remove it. It's just a few bolts, it's 1, 2, 3, and a few clips, and then you'll be good to go. For me, I knew I was gonna get this down the line, so I never really put it back on, but this time around, because the Kinetix manifold actually fits with the sway bar, we're gonna go ahead and put it back on today. That way it's the complete package. I just wanted to tell you that real quick before we continue. Now we got access access to this right here. See if we could squeeze it with our hands. So you see right here? It's connected to this airline over here. Alright guys, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and just remove some of these hoses that's all around. You got one over here, and then when we lift it up, I'll go ahead and remove the ones over here. There's 2 antifreeze lines. We'll go ahead and take care of that. But for now, let's just do the little things around here. There you go. We'll take that out last. So let's go ahead. We're going to take off these Allen key screws. Alright, that's the right size. Alright, got the extension. Now we're good to go. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and remove the antifreeze lines. Now we just give it a slight rotation. That way in case it spills over, we'll be good to go. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see it, but very minimal fluid, if any, came out. Alright, so we'll leave that there. This one over here, this one is the one that leaks. Let's give her a little wiggle. Alright, good. Now we just got to get our connector. So here we go, guys. We got the coupler over here. Gotta put one end over here. Make sure it goes all the way in, like so. And then we'll come back to tighten that up once we finish everything else. Just because I may want to reroute it, we'll come back and revisit that. For now, we got other things that we could take care of, so yeah, let's take care of those things. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove these little brackets that are held on to the plenum. Put that right back there, that way I know where it goes. All right, so now we're gonna do the 2 that goes to the fuel line. We gotta remove this one back here as well. Alright guys, so we're now in the back. This is just my custom bracket that I made in order to make it look good because the stock one wasn't sitting right. So I made my own little one. So we're pretty much good to go. What we're going to do right now is remove the upper and then we'll go ahead and tackle the lower. It's coming along quite good, isn't it? Definitely, if you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing because we have a lot more mod content coming your way. A lot of helpful DIY stuff here. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for the ongoing support. Much appreciated. So guys, let's go ahead and start tackling this job. We're gonna start with number 18. Let's crack that. 17. Alright guys, there you go. She's now off. Gonna miss this baby, not for nothing. She was definitely a looker. Alright guys, so now we can just take off these little spacers over here. Well, this only applies if you already had a spacer on here. If not, this step ain't for you. But I still hope you smash that like button. Okay, now we can get to these right here and we should be good to go. So you guys, you gotta check out the gram. Whenever you need torque specs, boom, I got you guys. So I just want to see. Oh. So bam, there you have it. I just wanted to see the sequence for it real quick, you know. That way I can remove it all in one shot, nice and evenly, the way it's supposed to be done. Let's go ahead and take care of business. I love removing this hose. You know, nothing makes me happier than removing this hose. Alright, perfect, easy. Now we can pull it up. Hey, this is exciting. Ah, there you go. Just grab some brake cleaner, put it on your little tissue, and clean the area. Make sure it's nice and snug. Perfect. A 1, 2, 3 connection. Now I can remove the tissue. Oh man, this looks so amazing. All right, let's take it back off. I gotta remove a bracket. So this is the culprit right here. Oh, great.
No, be safe, okay?
Ah, you too, my friend. Thank you. Got it. I just had to remove this real quick. If you're new to the channel, you know this was a scale that I had in the house. It wasn't working so good. So instead of throwing it away, decided to use it for little garage projects here and there, you know? So it ain't the best thing, but it'll work. All right, cool. So now let's start weighing. So 21 pounds. Let's see if we can snag a picture. Yep, 21 pounds, 2 times. Now, let's grab the other baby. Let's treat her VIP though, you know what I'm saying? $12.8. What? Hey, I like that. Shaved off literally about 8 pounds. Let's see if we can take a picture of that. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's the comparison between the Kinetix Velocity Intake Manifold and the stock Plenum Manifold. So that is a good 8 pounds right there. Yes, you can add that to the list of little reductions that we did here and there. That's a pretty significant difference. Not for nothing, it's a simpler version for intake manifold, and at the end of the day, it's gonna flow a lot better. So plus in my book. So guys, let's go ahead. I'm gonna run inside though, get some Teflon tape, aka plumbing tape, because I want to put that around the fittings before I install it. I'm surprised it really didn't come with any, but at the end of the day, I'm sure people do it without, but you know me, I go a little above and beyond sometimes. So let me go ahead and just get some real quick, run inside, and then I'll be back to shoot with you guys.
Didn't you put a spacer on this to make it breathe better?
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to this. This is honestly what the DE motor has been missing. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's begin here. Let's put this one here. That way it can hold its alignment to what we need it to be. And now we can torque it down. Okay, let's go ahead, let's turn this over. 1, 2. So, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there goes the 3 bolts. Oops, almost fell. So this is number 1. Number 2. Alright guys, so my one and only complaint about this is this right here. It really doesn't align, and of course you really don't want to bend fuel lines too much. So this is my only complaint, but other than that, everything is direct bolt on. But I'm gonna go ahead and play with this real quick and try to fit it on. So no luck, kind of sucks a little bit, because when you spend this much money on a car part and it gives you such a hassle, yeah, you kind of expect a certain level of perfection, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead, let's move on. I'm gonna go and put the throttle body on. I've already, in the meantime, I already put these 2 pieces on, put that one in the middle. I basically switched it because it was here like that. So I just switched it over because the PCV one, it only goes so far. And then this one is just the regular one. Yeah, this one is the one that I'm having trouble with. I even moved the bracket a little to the back. That way it's more flexible in the bottom, and I could probably shimmy my way in like that. But still, even though I got a little more contact, it still wasn't good enough to put the bolt all the way through. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the throttle body for now, start wrapping it up over there, and then I'll circle back over here. All right guys, so I just removed the clamp. What I'm gonna do real quick is just route this antifreeze line underneath this hose, like so. So as you can see right there, I ended up putting it right behind the line and away from the spark plugs. I ended up running it straight through there. So it's a nice clean fit. But that's the way I routed it, because it was interfering with the throttle body, and at the same time, right where it's at is nice and snug, so I don't gotta worry about any vibrational noise coming from it, just in case. For this one, you don't need to have your original gasket. far as that bracket over there, we'll figure it out. And we came across another issue, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so as you can see over here, you put it in, right? But you can't turn it because the runners are too tight, so there's no clearance to turn it. All right guys, so here we are, night shift time. What happened was I went inside, and before drilling I was like, you know what, let me email Kinetix real quick. At this price point, 700 plus, I was like, you know what, let me send them an email. Let me just make sure it's okay if I actually drill the bracket. Luckily they got back to us, but of course it's nighttime right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the install, finish everything entirely, and then possibly go for a test drive because it's pretty cool out right now. But yeah guys, this is where we at. We work in the night shift. I don't have no LED lights or anything, to be honest. Gonna try to use my phone light, see if we can make that work. We'll figure something out guys, but yeah, that's where we stand right now, you know. Oh, and actually let me just play some clips right now, that way you guys can see what I did. So as you can see here, I went ahead and actually drilled through to make my own hole to fit the fuel line basically. And also what I did, I went ahead and trimmed down the hex. I made it smooth all the way around, and I also chopped off the top part of it, that way I could use it to torque down all the bolts. So yeah guys, that's my little due diligence right there to get the job done successfully. And now here we are back, and let's get this job done. This is difficult with no light over here. Hey, perfect. I like. Good, nice and clean. Alright, so that's good. Alright guys, honestly this one I can't show you, but the one from the evap line, this little bracket over here all the way in the back, there's a little vacuum line that goes into the intake manifold, and you just gotta slide it in. So right now we're pretty much in the home stretch. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna torque some of these down, nice and easy. Look at that, full rotation in 1-2, nice. All right guys, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and torque them down all to 40 inch-pounds. Then we're gonna go ahead and do another run for 80, and then another one for 100. So let's begin. We're gonna go in sequence. I'll show the screenshot right here. There you go. Now that you have it, let's continue. We're gonna do 40 first. Wow. That's that nor'easter I was telling you guys about. Whew. No joke. It literally just started right now. So quick update. I ended up making it a lot smaller. I'll show you guys a picture in a second, but I made it a lot smaller than it was before because it was interfering with the torque. But not only that, I don't know if these bolts can actually handle 100 inch-pounds. So what I'm gonna do is, well, what I already did was I did 40, then I did 60, and now I'm doing 70. And 70 has a pretty good torque on this. So yeah, let me just finish up here. I'm doing 70. There's really no torque specs for this one here, but I don't think these bolts can handle 95. I mean 100, and honestly, I'm not willing to go ahead and risk it right now because I don't want to have to rethread, tap, you know the whole works. So yeah guys, I'm doing it up to 70. I'm gonna go for a test drive, see how it is. That's what I'm working with right now. Yeah, I mean if you're tightening it by hand, this doesn't really apply to you, but yeah. But alright, let's go ahead and slap on the cold air intake, connect the throttle body. We are almost done. Just went ahead and connected the throttle body, so we're good there. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. This on over here, like so. Go ahead and clamp the bottom one. That goes to the cold air intake. Alright guys, and there you have it. We'll finish this up tomorrow. We'll go for a test drive. But there she goes. She's now complete. For now, what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and clean up the entire area. That way tomorrow, first thing in the morning, we're good to go. Nothing like a little late night work. Ooh, first startup, guys. First startup. I'm excited. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my little take, my little experience with installing my Kinetix Velocity Manifold. It's absolutely beautiful. At the end of the day, what you have to think about is that at least there's somebody on the market making this for us. That's the bottom line right here. Yes, it's quite expensive, but it's not something that's extremely mass produced. This is made on an order by order basis. So at the end of the day, you are getting a custom handmade piece. So think about it that way. Yes, there's a few things that you have to work on, but of course it's a custom product that's made in-house. It's really a small business, and you got to thank them for offering, you know, their research and their physical capabilities to actually, you know, set this up here. But yeah, guys, that's the install right there. She is good to go, ready for the road, but it's raining right now. But we installed her, and that was the point of this video. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Of course, like always, we have so many other videos available for you on this channel to help you out with anything in regards to your 350Z and possibly other things that can translate over to other cars. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did find it helpful, definitely please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider smashing that subscribe button. Join the build, join the vlogs. At the end of the day, let's have a good time together. And guys, like always, think for the future, enjoy your present, and don't focus too much on the past. Peace.